Today we're going to learn about real numbers. Real numbers are all numbers on a number line. They're natural numbers, which are those numbers that we learn in kindergarten when we begin to learn to count. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Whole numbers, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, all of our counting numbers. Integers, which would include all the positive numbers that we learned in first grade and second grade and third grade through fifth, and then those negative numbers too on the other side of the number line. -1, -2. -3, -4, and so on. Rational numbers. Rational numbers are those numbers that come in between our whole numbers, which would be our fractions, a half, or decimals, 25 hundredths, 342 thousandths, 3 sevenths. And then we have something called irrational numbers. Now, if you've ever met an irrational person, it's the person that kind of rambles on and on and on and on about something that you have no clue and you do not understand what they're talking about. Well, irrational numbers are kind of like that person. They ramble on and on and on, and they don't stop. They're never ending. And like pi, which is a never-ending decimal. Square root of 21, which is also never-ending. So that would be irrational. Rational numbers come to a stop somewhere. Real numbers are all numbers on a number line. So let's think about that for just a minute. 1 John 4:4 says, "In the beginning God was." That means he was here from the start. But where's the start? It's hard to wrap our minds around, but it's infinite. It's way down there on the number line. The beginning didn't have a start. It always was. And because of the work that he did here, there will always be life for us. It will be never ending. It will be continuous for forever. Everybody will have everlasting life. There's two choices of where we have that life, but there will be something after our life here on earth. So let's look at the numbers on the number line for a minute and think about it this way. We have our natural numbers, which are all of these numbers to the right of 0. 1, 2, 3, and so on. Those are the numbers, again, that we learned from kindergarten. Whole numbers, which would just simply include 0 and everything to the right. And then we have our integers, which are on the other side of the number line, on the left side of the number line. All of our negative numbers. Then our rational numbers are those numbers in between. Now, we know that this number line goes on infinitely. It never ends, just like our life never ends, just like, and it doesn't have a beginning either. Just like in the beginning, God was. But maybe what you don't realize is that there are numbers in between each one of these whole numbers. Here, I would say there's 1.5, 2 3/4, right about here on the number line. But there are numbers on this number line that are infinite. There are decimals in there that will never ever end. They will go on and on and on forever. So real numbers are all numbers on the number line, including the little tiny ones in between, whole numbers. And some of those are infinite numbers that continue on forever. When you hit high school, you will be learning about imaginary numbers. Have fun.